Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video demonstrates what the house knows when you go gambling: how to calculate odds. Let's get started. So we're going to use this idea of complements to calculate odds, and odds are usually expressed as ratios, which of course can be expressed alternatively as fractions. So first we have the actual odds against event A occurring. This is going to be the probability of not A divided by the probability of A. Usually it's expressed in the form of a ratio A to B, where A and B are integers having no common factors. On the flip side, the actual odds in favor of event A occur with the ratio of the probability of A divided by the probability of not A. Notice this is just the reciprocal of what we saw before. So the actual odds against event A, the actual odds in favor of event A. And the way I tell them apart, I remember I got this fraction that involves the probability of not A on one side and the probability of A on the other. But which one goes on which side? So on the top of the fraction, notice the actual odds against event A is the probability of not A on top. The actual odds in favor of event A have the probability of A on top. And so that's how I remember which way it goes when I'm calculating actual odds. Then you've got payoff odds, which are a little different. So the payoff odds against event A occurring are the ratio of the net profit if you win to the amount bet. So the net profit to the amount bet in a ratio like you see here. Let's look at some examples to illustrate how we actually use these in calculations. So for the slot machines in Harry's Casino, the odds in favor of winning are 29 to 67. Express the indicated degree of likelihood as a probability value in decimal form to 3 decimal places. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is find our total sample space. So the odds in favor of winning from the problem statement are 29 to 67. So that means the winning part is 29 and the losing part is 67. The whole is then calculated by taking both those parts together because there's no way around it. You either win or you lose. So we take both those parts, that represents everything, and then we get our whole. So 29 plus 67 gives us 96. And now we have what we need to calculate our probability. Just take the part over the whole, like we've always done. The part is the winning part because we want the odds in favor of winning. So we're going to turn this into a probability. So we want the winning part. That's going to be our part. And the whole is going to be everything added together. 29 over 96 gives us 0.302. Now let's take a look at the roulette wheel. Suppose your probability of winning at the roulette wheel is 1 out of 38, and the payoff odds are given by the casino at 35 to 1 if you bet $5 on the number 34 in roulette. So the question we're asked is, what are the actual odds against the outcome of 34? Well, with the probability of 34 being 1 out of 38, that's the probability you're actually going to get the ball to land on, that's 34. Then the probability of not landing on 34 is 37 out of 38. And so with these, we actually get 37 to 1. Those are the actual odds against the outcome of 34. Not the payoff odds that are listed in the problem, that's 35 to 1. These are the actual odds against the outcome. How did we get the 37 to 1? Well, we did it by putting it into our little formula here. So it's the odds against winning. So the probability of not winning is going to go on top. The probability of winning is going to go on the bottom. So when we take that, we get 37 over 38 over 1 over 38. That gives us 37 over 1, which is the 37 to 1. How much net profit would you make if you win by betting on 34? Well, the payoff odds against 34 are 35 to 1. We get that from the problem statement. So if we have $35 profit for each dollar bet, and we bet $5, we just take 35 divided by 1. That's the ratio that we see here, 35 to 1. So 35 divided by 1 is 35. We're going to multiply that by the $5. That gives us 175 net profit. However, the winning bettor is going to collect those winnings, the net profit, plus the original bet. So you bet $5 originally, add that to the net profit, that gives you a total collection of $180. How much profit would you make if you win by betting on 34, but the payoff odds are 19 to 11 instead of 35 to 1? Well, in this case, the payoff odds are now going to be 19 to 11. So again, we turn that into a fraction, 19 over 11. Divide that out, we get 173. So that's how much we make for each dollar bet. We're betting $5, so multiply that by 5. We get $864 net profit. But again, we're going to get back the bet that we made when we win, so we have to add in the $5 we bet to the $864. That gives us a total collection of $13.64. Let's take another look at the roulette wheel, this time with the modified roulette wheel that has 32 slots. So you've got 2 of the slots, one that has a 0 and one that's a double 0, and then the rest are numbered 1 through 30. So let's say you place a bet that the outcome is an even number. Now in roulette, 0 and double 0 are neither even nor odd. So the question we're asked is, what is your probability of winning? Go ahead and stop the video and then do your calculations. Try this on your own, then come back and let's see how you did. Okay, to calculate the probability of winning, we're just going to take the part over the whole. The part is the portion that's even, because that's what we're looking for. We're placing the bet that the outcome is even. Well, we're going to disregard the 0 and the double 0 because they're neither even nor odd. And then all that's left is to look at 1 through 30. And so this number that we're looking for, the even numbers, comes by taking 1 through 30. Half of them are even, half of them are odd. So the part that's even is 30 divided by 2. That gives us 15 for the part. The whole is going to be all the slots together. That's the 32. Divided out, we get 0.469. Now, what are the actual odds against winning? Remember, odds against winning, remember what that was. Go ahead and pause the video, do your calculations, come back, we'll see how you did. Okay, the actual odds against winning. So the probability of not A is going to go on top. Probability of A is going to go on the bottom because we're doing it against winning. So the not A is going to go on top. And when we calculate that, not A is going to be the losing part, okay? That's the part where we take out the winning part from the total. That gives us what's losing. So 32, which is the whole, minus the winning part, gives us the losing part, 17, divided by 15. And 17's prime, so we can't reduce that fraction anymore. There's our answer, 17 over 15. Now, when you bet that the outcome is an even number, the payoff odds are 1 to 1. How much profit do you make if you bet $20 and win? Again, stop the video, try to do this, then come back and we'll see how you did. Okay, first you're going to look at those payoff odds, 1 to 1. So 1 over 1 is going to be 1. So we're taking that 1, it comes from the 1 over 1. Multiply by your bet, that gives you what you win. Now, how much profit should you make on the $20 bet if you could somehow convince the casino to change its payoff odds so that they are the same as the actual odds against winning? Well, I hope you pause the video. So here's the answer. We take those payoff odds, multiply by our bet, 2267. That's what we're going to get. Again, that comes from the actual odds against winning that we calculated earlier. So maybe you can go to Vegas now that you know how to do the math and actually win something, but I'm guessing not. And that's pretty much all we've got in this mini lecture, so I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.